30 for 30 when I shoot, 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 shoot. Man, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to be reacting to XXXTentacion's Killer is now free from prison and protected by the state. I know the trial happened a few years ago, so him coming home right now is kind of quick. I know he told and all that, but damn. I guess that's why niggas telling, because look, you come home in a matter of a couple years. Got buddy up out of here, but let's see what they talking about.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on one of XXXTentacion's killers being released from Florida State Prison. The saddest deaths in hip hop was that of rising superstar XXXTentacion. Gunned down at only 20 years old in a robbery turned homicide, his autopsy report would detail his painful death. He was shot in the shoulder, the bullet piercing muscle, vessels, and his lung before settling in his chest. Another shot through his upper back at the base of his neck.
Yeah, that was a crazy day in hip hop too. Like, he had got killed, and literally like 20 or 30 minutes later, Jimmy Wapo from Pittsburgh had got killed. And that shit was crazy. XXX was already like a mega star, but Jimmy Wapo was on his way. I was fucking with Buddy. That was definitely a crazy day. I don't think it was ever like two like lit rappers that died back to back like that. That was crazy.
Traveled down into his chest, and the fatal shot fired into the side of his neck, breaking a bone in his spine, breaking a rib, and destroying every muscle in between. He bled out eternally. The video of his murder, as well as him laying lifeless in his BMW, would be seen millions of times through social media.
Yeah, I seen the video right when it happened. I was on IG. I refreshed my phone, and that was the first thing that came up. I remember that shit. But to hear the details of how the bullets pierced and do all that shit, and it's just crazy. It's fucked
family
up.
was shattered, his fans were devastated, and a son was left never being able to know his father. The killers bragged, posting pictures and videos with the 50,000.
Y'all gotta stop. Dumbass, stop doing shit and going to the net with it. That's the dumbest thing you could do. Stop doing shit and going to the net. Like, that shit crazy. Like, niggas can't move in silence no more. They do and go straight to the net to tell on themselves.
$1,000 they'd taken from him. They'd be arrested fast, sentenced one by one, and a Florida judge would deliver one of the coldest speeches, followed by a life sentence for the actual trigger man.
Quote right. You turned a robbery into a murder. And on that day, when you stood there and fired that weapon, you didn't just end one life. You effectively ended 5 lives, including your own. Like I just said, you need to understand that when we say life in Florida State Prison, that means life. It is necessarily without parole. Florida abolished parole. You know, as the song says, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. You will spend the rest of your life in prison. From here, you will go and be placed in a cell that has a stainless.
And it's fucked up because he looked like he don't give a fuck about his life over, XXX life over, the other niggas involved. Like, it's just a trickle down effect. Like, the shit is fucked up. Like, and he looked like he don't even give a fuck at all.
Steel slab that's attached to the wall. That's your bed. And next to it is a stainless steel sink and a stainless steel toilet. That's the furniture that you have.
The worst way to live. Gotta do it for life.
You'll spend every hour and every day and every week and every year of your life in that cell. And one day, they'll come and open up that cell in the morning and you'll have passed on. And only on that day will you have served your sentence.
Well, one of his killers has just been released from Florida State Prison, and it wasn't in a body bag, it was on probation. Robert Allen was one of 4 responsible for the killing.
He said, how I look? Like a damn snitch? It's a damn shame.
He can be seen on surveillance video spotting the rapper inside of the motorsports store he was shopping at, alongside his co-defendant Daedric Williams. Daedric would help plan the robbery, acting as the driver who blocked in X's car, preventing him from leaving the parking lot. Trayvon Newsom was one of the gunmen who approached X's vehicle, and Michael Boatwright was the shooter who killed X as Trayvon grabbed a bag of money as he was dying. While Robert Allen wasn't one of the 2 gunmen who confronted X, Florida law treats everyone involved in a violent felony as responsible, especially if someone is killed. Robert would be sentenced
And he the one that spotted him. Probably set the shit up, and he the one that told.
first, after pleading guilty to 2nd-degree murder and robbery with the gun. Part of his plea deal was to cooperate and testify against his 3 co-defendants, which he did.
Point him out and identify him in the courtroom as to who you're referring to that made some comments to you.
Second row. Yeah, do some.
Who's that in 2 of 5?
I can pull up.
Who's in states 8? 5 of 5?
Michael Boatwright and me.
It was sentencing day
Niggas probably didn't even get to spend that money either. It's a damn shame.
for Robert Allen, the 4th suspect in the robbery and murder of rapper XXXTENTACION, who confessed to his role and implicated the other 3 who were convicted.
Please forgive me, I'm so sorry.
Robert Allen, the 4th man involved in rapper XXXTentacion's murder and robbery, spoke during his sentencing hearing Wednesday, saying he was sorry while asking the judge to spare his life.
Today I plead to the court for my own life and not to be sent to state prison, because that would be a death sentence.
Last summer, Allen pleaded guilty to 2nd-degree murder and testified for the state. Judge Michael Hewson saying he's thought long and hard about Allen's sentence.
I do believe you are not the same person who
Yeah, he set up everything. He set up the robbery. Then he set niggas up to go to fucking jail. He set up everything.
arraigned 5 years ago. I genuinely believe that you are sorry for what you have done and not merely sorry for yourself.
In exchange, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison with roughly 5 years credit for time in jail. So in all actuality, he'd only have to serve 2 years in prison. Because of the high-profile nature of this case, his locations would be filed in secrecy, meaning unlike every other inmate in Florida prisons, you could not find out what prison he was being held in. You couldn't find out his official entry date, and you can't actually know his official release. Robert Allen was now being protected by the state of Florida as a high-value witness. But it wasn't just 7 years he was sentenced to. It was a split sentence. 7 years in, with 20 to be served on probation, totaling out to 27 years under state control. Filings within the Broward County was also granted permission for interstate travel, as he was now working towards getting his CDL and driving trucks across the country. As for the other convicted killers, all 3 took the case to
Nigga, he home now, got his CDL. He driving around the country. That shit crazy. Crazy.
trial.
Everybody else going life away. Triple X dead. This nigga driving trucks.
And all 3 were sentenced to die within Florida State Prison by means of a life sentence. They flaunted what was stolen, and the trigger man would even go as far as dissing X and his son from inside of prison, leading to fans contacting the facility and getting him placed in confinement. It's likely all 3 of these men will die inside of cages and concrete walls, while Robert Allen will remain protected by the state for the next 20 years as he moves on with his life. Now, there's a lot of ways to feel about this. This is a clear-cut situation of somebody cooperating, someone essentially snitching, and it works out for them. He got minimal time. The majority of his time was spent in the county jail. Minimal prison time, He's on 20 years of probation.
20 years of probation is crazy, but it's like he get to live his life now, but the whole situation fucked up. Like, boy went outside.
I highly doubt that this kid's gonna violate in any way. And he's free. Becoming a truck driver, he's gonna be driving all over the U.S.
That's where you got that wrong, 1090. I think he is gonna fuck up because karma's a motherfucker. Trust me. We'll hear about it soon.
With that type of job, he's not gonna be on social media. He's not gonna be seen. He's not gonna run into X fans. People are gonna feel a lot of ways that he shouldn't have the freedom he has.
He will.
But at the same time, he was a major component in putting away the other three people. The main one, Michael Boatwright, who fired the shots. I don't think any of them intended for this to be a homicide. But this dude was just a loose cannon, and you can tell by the way he was dissing X and his son from inside of prison.
It's never intended to be that way, but it always seems to work out that way. But
he's just fried. But the way they flaunted the money after knowing he was killed shows the same level of no remorse. X was a rising superstar. This kid would have went far in life. And they killed him as he was shopping for whatever, jet skis, motorcycles, who knows, $50,000. They killed him. They didn't even get to spend the money. They just took pictures with the money. And now they have life sentences. And this was major when it happened. This hit home to a lot of people, even people that weren't fans. He got killed where he was from. He was from Broward County. And that's exactly where he got killed at. And he wasn't a street rapper. He wasn't a gangster rapper. He wasn't a shooter. He wasn't none of that.
I mean, he wasn't that like type of artist, but he is like a gritty, like street type of guy. Not your typical gangster, but he is your gritty street type of guy. He was in conflicts and shit. He had a lot of shit going on, open cases and shit like that. So he wasn't like the perfect guy, but I get what you're saying. If you're saying like the typical street guy, but he had shit going on.
And to be honest, he has a friend named Tankhead who got sentenced to mad long in prison for a murder. And one can only wonder what's gonna happen when he comes across one of the three killers that still remain in Florida State Prison. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. Do you agree with one of the killers getting released on probation? Do you feel that a split sentence like that is just? Technically he got 27 years, but it's 7 in, 20 out. Do you feel he should be out? Do you feel that because he was a minimal participant that it's fine? He served what he should have served? Let me know what y'all think. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all.
Man, I think he's a rat. I think karma's a bitch. He will get what's coming to him because he was the nigga that spotted XXX. He set the whole shit up. Then he told on everybody. But long live XXX, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. It's Mr. 30. I'm out.